время.
I'm healthy and I'm able to play with my grandkids is means the world.
Spaniam granaci. Mamă, ce dai ba? Е.
To me.
Като в момента си вече инвестираш в тази индустрия и работиш с от другата страна, опитваш се да продаваш хранителни добавки.
I've learned to transition, I transitioned from being a competitor to now businessman, so as a competitor, just a way in life, my family, my whole family, brothers, sisters, everybody, we always strive to be the best. So it's no different when it comes to being a businessman. I got my line, the Dexter Jackson Signature Series, and I just launched a new beef jerky line that I strive to be the very best in that as well. So that's why I'm still working so hard. I want to be very successful in everything I do, which is what I continue to work hard.
Нашите партньори, благодарение на които турнето и обиколката по градовете ни е възможна. С промокод ABNORMAL получавате някаква отстъпка за най-любопитните, след като завършите поръчката си, ще разберете каква е тя. И обратно към видеото. Ти си в елитния бодибилдинг толкова дълго. Не мисля, че има неща, които не си пробвал и не знаеш как ще действат върху твоето тяло. От тук имам два въпроса. Кои са основните грешки, които си допускал и какво е нещо, което при теб винаги работи за по-добра форма?
I wouldn't say mistakes. I wouldn't say that I made bad mistakes. We all make mistakes. But I wish I knew what I learned later in my career. I wish I knew that and applied that to the beginning of my career. And that's knowing how to eat properly.
А като трениране, знам, че ти си тренирал основно с Чарлз Глас.
Yes. Training, I competed about 21 years in the pros. So the first 10 years I trained, with the training partner. But then after this, I got with George Farah and also, as my nutritionist, and Charles Glass as my trainer. In 2010, my career started, losing some definition. I wasn't as sharp as I normally was. And I was contemplating on retiring in 2010. And that's when George Farah and Charles Glass both approached me at different times because they heard that I would possibly be retiring. So George wanted to work with me as my nutritionist. So he changed my whole nutrition and, just redid my whole nutrition plans and cleansed me out because I was more of a shake guy. So I would probably eat 3 meals and drink 3 shakes and still win a lot of competitions that way. But as you see, after so long time of doing this, your gut health tends to be destroyed from doing, a lot of sucralose and artificial sweeteners and stuff like that. So when I got with George, we pretty much took all the shakes out and went strictly food. Once we did that and also did a cleanse, we did a full cleanse for like 4 months, just cleanse my liver, kidneys, cleanse everything really well. And within a year of working with George, During this process, my body started to replenish, and I started to come back to life again. My body started to look like it normally does. And then Charles Glass asked me to come out to LA and train with him. So I would go back and forth.
Не умря. Como стреляю? Какво правите, бе? Băi! M-a ubit-o?
From LA to Florida every 2 weeks. So I fly there for 2 weeks, train with Charles for 2 weeks, fly back home for 2 weeks, then fly back out for 2 weeks. But come to find out that it was very expensive for me to continue doing this for, after like 3 months of this, my wife was like, look, you need to just get an apartment, and that way you can leave all of your luggage, because I was taking like 3 large bags of clothes. Plus I was renting a hotel, staying in a hotel and renting a car. So I was spending a lot of money going back and forth for 3 months of doing this. So my wife said, Dex, you need to just get an apartment there. That way you can leave everything there, have one of your cars shipped out to LA. That way when you go there, you got a car, and then you don't have to lug all the luggage back every time you come back home. So that's what happened. I started training with Charles, and we started working with strictly machines, all the heavy compound movements, deadlifts, heavy squats, all of this stuff. We cut all of that out, and we just focus on machines. And I was able to, again, replenish my body and save my joints. And I was able to train heavy with the machines because I already had the mass from, from the heavy compound movements. So once you build that foundation and your body starts getting old and you start getting older, your body start breaking down. So you have to make the proper adjustments to be able to, last longer, right? So I lasted another 10 years when I thought my career was over. So, training with Charles and training with George, I was able to last another 10 years.
Блендерът Ninja Auto IQ BN 495. Заключване, отключване. Значи той сам знае кога да спре. Само трябва да му кажете да започне, сам знае кога да спре. Може да си пасирате всякакви неща, млечни шейкове, протеинчета. Бая ножове има тук. Гледай какво става. 4-6 ножа. Само гледайте да не бръкнете нещо преди да е спрял. Ма няма как да бръкнете, то всичко се заключва. Това е много макефи. Аз трябва да сложа нещо в блендера, че нямам търпение да видя как ще стане това нещо. А вие обратно към видеото. Чарлз Глас на какво набляга повече? На концентриран начин на изпълнение на движенията и голям обем от тренировката или по-големи тежести?
Like I said, we train heavy as possible on the machines, but Charles has certain movements that he invented that target each muscle and in a different way. So instead of doing the same boring stuff all the time, he created a lot of different type of movements that help keep the workout exciting. Plus, you're still benefiting just as good as any other stuff that you've trained with or exercises that you've done.
Каква е разликата в подготовката за основен период и за преди състезание?
Just the eating, I think. Other than that, nothing much pretty much changes with my training. I always stay heavy as possible when getting ready for a competition. So I never do higher reps. I always keep my rep range around the same with the heaviest weight because the heavy weight is what kept me full. So I used the heavy weight to keep me full. So no high reps, low reps, which is what kept me full. And I used the diet to get me in competition shape, conditioning.
Самото хранене, как издържа толкова време на еднотипното хранене? Ориз, пиле, броколи, ориз, пиле, броколи.
It was very, very hard. Trust me. So for 35, 32, 33 years of competing, that has always been the worst part of my career is eating so much food. I always said, as I got, close to the end of my career, I can't wait to be able to eat only 2 or 3 meals a day.
Успя ли да опиташ българската кухня и как ти се струва?
No, I have not.
Самата концентрация толкова дълго време да успееш да запазиш мотивация през всички тези години на всяко състезание да се опиташ да подобриш формата.
The competitiveness of the sport is what drove me. Me being, always wanting to be the best at whatever I do, that is embedded in me and in all my siblings. So we all fight all the time about the best in something. I don't care if it's, who can spit the farthest. Yes, none of us want to lose at nothing. If I'm playing my little son in the video game, I'm gonna beat him every time. If I can. So what motivated me is the competitiveness of the sport and competing against guys from around the world. And I always said, as long as I got that drive to be the best, I can compete as long as I want to.
Ти си бил на една сцена и си минал през толкова състезания. Минал си през ерата на Дориан Ейтс, ерата на Рони Колман, Декстър, Фил Хит. Това са големи имена. Това ли е движещата сила да се съревноваваш с най-добрите и да даваш всичко от себе си?
Oh yes, of course. I always wanted to compete against the best. I always wanted to, beat Ronnie and beat Jay Cutler and beat Phil. Of course, I always wanted to beat. Anytime I step on stage, I want to beat all these guys.
Какво е мястото на кардиото в твоята подготовка за състезание?
Well, the first 10 years with me training with my other trainer, I didn't have to do no cardio. And when I got with George, I did 15 to 20 minutes of cardio a day for like the first. So if I'm doing a 10 or 12-week diet, then the last 3 weeks is no cardio.
По кое време на деня това, понеже при нас специално в Европа много се спазва, че кардиото трябва да е преди първото хранене или последното хранене.
Yep, same for me. My cardio was done upon awakening. I will have a cup of coffee and then I will do my cardio.
Как успя да се съхраниш толкова дълго време без контузии? Голяма част от звездите, специално Рони Колман, е в много тежко здравословно състояние.
I always listen to my body. If I feel anything or tweak anything, I would take off until that specific body part heals 100% before I train it again. And like I said, when I got older, after after my 10th year in the pros, I went to machines only, and that saved my joints. And also, machines help prevent injury.
Значи, по някакъв начин можем да обобщим, че съвременният бодибилдинг при съвременния бодибилдинг се използва повече машини, отколкото повече свободни тежести.
Well, maybe that's the problem why these guys look like they do.
Много често се повдигат въпросите и по Инстаграм съответно се качват снимки за старите състезатели от старата ера и сегашния бодибилдинг. Според теб на какво се дължи? Има ли разлика в формата им в момента?
I think the difference between the two generations is in the 90s and the 2000s, it was hard training, right? And we were very focused, and we didn't have all this social media stuff where when you do a set, you got to go and pose for the social media. So back in the days, like I said, it was more focused. We had to wait for 3 months to see the magazines, when today, after competition, you can see what the guy looked like in 2 minutes later.
Yeah. Това добре или е лошо за бодибилдинга?
Well, it's bad these days, yeah, 100%, because there's reasons why, I'm not just saying that's the one reason, but there's a ton of reasons why these guys these days don't look like we did back in the day. I think these guys these days, they want now. They want to come in the sport for 1 year and be Mr. Olympia in 3 years. So they're doing all these different things to get them there fast instead of taking your time.
Това ли е причината, от която и от младите звезди да загинат? Първо Далас Макавър се опита да стане мистер Олимпия за 3-4 години.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Също така, доста добри състезатели загинаха, като Далас Макавър, Шон Роден, Седрик Макмилан. Бодибилдинга опасен ли е и това не те ли е притесняло през това време?
No, I did not, because back then, this wasn't happening like it is now. But I think it's a number of things that's why it's happening these days. One being, COVID and steroids that don't mix. So if you got the COVID shot or you got COVID, it still has the same, stuff in the COVID shot as COVID. So, and then you're taking, steroids on top of that. Yeah, but now that COVID has calmed down, and it's not killing people like it was. It's not strong like it was. And I don't think you see as many deaths as you was when that was happening. Because I know a lot of friends that got really sick from COVID that were bodybuilders. So you're not seeing any more much.
Опа, това не са ли? Те са. О, не съм го трепал аз. И той да не е умрял боса сега. Имат зеленото. Ей.
Much of that anymore. So, you know, as you know, COVID and all of that shit, that causes blood clots. And that's why a lot of people is having heart attacks.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, and but I think it's a lot better now. And also, the drugs back then. The drugs back then I feel was a lot more pure than they are today. These guys are making shit at their home now. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and then they're taking insulin and all that stuff on, it's just, I think insulin is so overrated. It thickens the skin. I know for a fact that can happen because I remember me trying it one time, insulin, and I wasn't as lean as I normally get. So I knew. So when I stopped taking that, I was able to get back into the normal conditioning that I usually get into. That's how I knew it's so overrated. I didn't get in much bigger than I normally was. So there's a reason why guys can't get in the same type of conditioning that we used to get into.
Как ще коментираш употребата на стероиди специално в България? Възрастовата граница тук е почти до 14 годишна възраст.
So you got 14 years old that's on.
Start to the use steroids.
That's crazy. I think I train about 8 or 9 years before I even did any steroids. So I suggest if you're going to do anything, you want to do it the correct way. You want to get with a doctor or someone that's very knowledgeable and not none of these dumb coaches out there. So I say you take your body as far as you can naturally first and then when you get to the big shows where you turn pro at, if you can't turn pro after a couple times, then you need to sit down and talk to someone about trying and doing it the safe way. You know, there's a way you do it. You know, you can just like you take aspirin, you can abuse aspirin and die. Well, same thing with steroids. You can abuse it and be worse off. So make no mistake about this. I'm not telling you it's safe to do anything. All I'm telling you is if you're going to do it, make sure you're monitored by the doctor and you're doing things the right way and not overdoing things.
В момента с нашите партньори от Fitness 1, които надявам се скоро ще бъдат лидери в Източна Европа и на Балканите, започвате да предлагате 2 серии, които са с твое участие. Черната и златната серия. Какво можеш да кажеш за тях на нашите клиенти?
I think I put a lot of hard work into training. I do the same thing with my supplement line. So we use, of course, the best ingredients for everything that we do. I've been through, 31 years of taking other people's, products. So I felt it was only right for me to design something that I know is going to be good because it's coming from the blade. So guys, if you're out there and looking to try some supplements, just read up on the ingredients. Just read up on and do research. I'm not saying that I have the best product out there. That's why I'm telling you to research. And once you do your research, you'll find out that I'm not lying, that I do have 2 of the best products out. Or 2 of the best lines out. The Gold Series is my baby. That was my very first series. And it's a very, 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 very good line, especially for people who just starting to take, supplements. And I took my Black Series a step further and made even better improvements and ingredients in that.
А кои са хранителните добавки, които винаги са били включени в твоята тренировка и възстановяване?
Back then, I didn't do a lot of stuff like creatine and stuff like that. I was big on meal replacements and also on protein powders, of course, and meal replacements. Fat burners was big. And I didn't start doing much of that stuff till later on when I got with Ultimate Nutrition, is when I started doing more creatine, glutamine and stuff of this nature. Yeah, BCAAs, yes.
Аз знам, че ти си направил една много добро възстановяване с пробиотици. Това с Джордж Фара ли го направихте или отделно?
Yes, for sure I did with George. He was one of the reasons that helped me fix my gut health, which leads to keeping you bloated, that you always having that bloated look and feeling bloated. So it's extremely important, guys, that you make sure you find a good probiotic.
Какво ще кажеш за различните методики в момента, които се ползват, като Милош Сарчев, FST7 на Хани Рамбот?
Look, I'm not here to trash nobody's style. I mean, I've never tried it, so I don't know. I just know what works for me. I did. Now, that what Hani does, like I said, I've never tried it, so I'm not going to knock him. Hey, he got a lot of Olympia champions, so it must works, right? Now, Milos, no, I would never work with Milos. His style might be amazing, but it's too much work, bro. It's too many sets, too many reps. Hell no, Milos. You'll be in the gym for 3 hours with Milos. Not to say that Milos' style don't work. I'm sure it does. He created some great champions too, but not for the blade. There's no way I could do that. Let me look at this camera. Hell no, Milos. I love you guys, man.
Позинга е много важно нещо в бодибилдинга. Твой позинг винаги е бил много естетичен и красив, но в последно време на Мистер Олимпия не се вижда нещо подобно. Състезателите правят няколко пози и започва контакт с публиката. Няма тази красота на волната програма.
Well, it's because the posing routine is not judged now. So if the posing routine is not judged, he's not going to put any effort into posing.
Да, но това е красиво за публиката и това продава.
I agree 100%.
Как се промени спорта от времето, в което ти стартира и сега?
Well, it's gotten worse, but it's gotten better. It's gotten better in the last 5 years. But in that one era where there's this bubble guts, people had really big stomachs and stuff. That was the worst of bodybuilding. But now it's cleaning up. Guys are, they've got rid of the guts. Shape is back. You got a few guys out there got some pretty amazing shapes. So now they just got to work on getting condition that we used to have.
Ще успеят ли с новата категория Classic Physique да върнат тая красота в бодибилдинга?
Yes, I'm a fan of Classic Physique. They got some beautiful physiques. Now, will
Mama ti dai ba. То не мой се кача, бе. Тук не може да се...
Will it surpass open class? No, it would never surpass open class because people want to see freaks. Yeah, and people, you know, we have a strong fan base, fans that will come from Europe just to see us, and they would spend $800-900 for a VIP ticket. They're not going to do that in you know in classic. They got pretty physiques, yes, but I feel that classic really only have C-Bum. When C-Bum leaves, I don't think classic gonna be, you know, I mean, it'll still be around, but it's not going to get so much attention as C-Bum is giving it.
Според теб, каква е причината, примерно, Сибъм да е такава легенда, докато Фил Хит не можа да стане такава легенда и да грабне аудиторията?
It's because he has he has a smaller frame. More people can relate to wanting to look like him versus Phil. And plus, I just think it's just a lot of luck, and people, like I said, can resonate with him, and you know, kudos to C-Bum, man. His popularity is freaking amazing. I mean, even with my physique, at my best, I still was looked at as being too big.
Фитнес индустрията се развива и все повече онлайн тренировките се развиват все повече. Как мислиш за подготовка на състезатели онлайн?
I think it can be good and bad. You got some really good, online trainers like myself, but then you got trainers that just don't know shit. Now they training people online. So everybody's a trainer now, So again, just like I told you guys with supplements, make sure you do your due diligence, research on online trainers, okay? Because it's just like doctors. Just because you're a doctor don't mean you're good. Just like you are an online trainer don't make everybody good because you're an online trainer.
Какво мислиш за всички девайси, които са като смарт часовници, различни тракери за крачки и така нататък? Това може ли да е от полза на нормалните хора за влизане в нормална форма?
Oh yeah, 100%. I got a smartwatch on now. I don't count my steps and none of that crap, but my clients, yes, I do make them count their steps because it's motivation to them to want to get that cardio in every day, right?
Ползваш ли някакви приложения и би ли ползвал нещо такова? За неща, които твоите клиенти могат да си качат самите данни от часовниците, колко кардио като работа на сърцето, колко крачки са направили по време на тренировка или по време на кардио?
Well, it's done by my training is done by email, so everything is recorded. You can always look back to see exactly, you know what I did for you a year ago, right? And how that works is they would send me their recent photos or current. So they would send the current photos, and I would have them first of all, I have them get their blood work done so we can see exactly what's going on with their bodies. And then they'll fill out the application. They'll send me, along with the application, they'll send the application back and also some progress photos on how their current state right now. So judging off of the application that they fill out, I would then do a customized diet for them and also a customized workout by going off of what they send me. So I would need them to be 100% open with everything. I need to know how you're eating now. I need to know if you got diabetes. I need to know if, whatever it is, you have any food allergies. Yes, any food allergies and so on. So the more detailed they are with the application, the better I will be able to customize their nutrition and workout plans.
Супер, аз не случайно го зададах този въпрос, защото аз работя върху едно мобилно приложение, което предлага тези услуги. Yes.
Good.
This is the gift for you. This is my
very nice
application, Gym Office, his name.
This is very heavy.
Yeah, this is the two t-shirt.
Very nice.
Yes.
Gym Office.
Yes, Gym Office. Ако имаш интерес, в последствие може да ти изпратя нашата презентация и всичко свързано с сегашната ни работа.
Okay.
Има възможност, в която не само ти, а и твоите клиенти да печелят награди.
Okay. I don't think any of my clients gonna do from America. I don't focus on training as much as I used to because I'm so busy now, and I just don't have the patience. I have always had my mind on my business, and it's so right now my clientele is very low. I'm probably anywhere from 7 to 10 clients is all that I train. And they're very good clients. I don't have to worry about them texting me, asking me questions every day, 10 questions a day, nothing like this. Yeah, so things are good with that, man. But
Охо, това са тия тапанари. Ех, майка му да еба. Да ви трепели или да ме трепят. Патроните няма ми стигнат. Аз съм умрял, бе. Това ми храна. Да има ли манджа? Няма манджа. И ще дойде без патрони. Майка и да еба скалови и ма прецакаха.
But I think when I'm done, when these clients that I have now, they've been with me for a long time, when they are gone, then I'm done training people online because like I say, I'm so busy with all my other businesses.
Какъв съвет бихте дали на амбициозните бодибилдери, които в момента искат да спечелят прокарта и да продължат да се развиват?
That would like to earn a pro card. I would say you have to be patient. That's the number one thing because you're always going to come to a sticking point and you can't grow or you can't get in the kind of condition that you want to get in. Yes, you will eventually hit that plateau and you're going to have to learn how to make different adjustments to be, to continue to get better. So, so be patient and also you have to make sure you get on a regimen and stick with that regimen. And what I mean by that is you have to be consistent with everything that you do, especially with food. If you're supposed to eat 6 meals a day, you need to make sure you get those 6 meals in every day, no matter what. So you're never going to know how good you really are if you're not following the plan 100%. For instance, if you're trying to grow and you eat 6 meals a day, but then some days you only eat 4 meals, then that's not being consistent, which is why I said later in my career, my last 10 years when I started working with George and started eating more food, if I was able to learn that and live by that at the beginning of my career, who knows how much better I could have been.
След толкова години, как можеш да анализираш какво ти даде и какво ти взе бодибилдинга?
Well, bodybuilding took away from me is my, spending time with my family. And what I learned from bodybuilding is dedication. To be the best, you have to be dedicated.
Това как се отрази на житейската ти философия бодибилдинга?
Consistency. And again, wanting to be the best at whatever I do. And that's in business now.
Ти остави огромно наследство на бодибилдинга с всички тези години. Какво е посланието към хората и с какво искаш да те запомнят?
My message to the people is thank you guys so much for supporting me for so many years. I love each and every one of you guys who have been a part of my journey, my legacy that you want me to be, that I want you guys to be, that I want to be remembered by. Well, you guys have already expressed that many, many times. And my legacy is wanting to be known as someone that never quits and someone that, showed up in amazing conditioning every time he took, every time he touched the stage.
Искрено ти благодаря за разговора. Истинско удоволствие беше за мен. Надявам се и за зрителите. Дами и господа, това беше Декстър The Blade Jackson. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for having me. I don't do a lot of interviews, but so you guys should be very happy to have me here doing this interview here for Bulgaria because I don't do many interviews, as you guys know.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Of course, brother. Nice to meet you.
Nice.
Виж тази каска.